Did Raphael Saadiq really break up Toni? Was it money, creative control, or something even messier? And what about those whispers that the industry tried to shut him out? There's more to this story than meets the eye. Raphael Saadiq, the mastermind behind some of R&B's most unforgettable hits, has had a career filled with triumph, but also drama. Let's break it all down, from financial fiascos to family feuds, and uncover the real story behind his journey. Raphael Saadiq wasn't always the name on everyone's lips. Born Charles Ray Wiggins in Oakland, California in 1966, his love for music started early. Growing up in a family packed with musicians, it was practically in his DNA. By his teens, he was already turning heads as a bass prodigy. But let's skip the early life fluff. Things get way juicier later. Fast forward to 1984, and a young Raphael hit the jackpot of opportunities, landing a spot on Prince's Parade Tour as part of Sheila E.'s band. For an aspiring artist, this was like winning the lottery. That was probably when I said, I made it. Sheila was like probably the hardest working person I've ever seen. She rehearsed really hard, the way I like to rehearse with my band. At least 14 hours, Raphael later recalled. Little did he know, this was just the start of a roller coaster career filled with both incredible highs and jaw-dropping lows. Stay tuned, things are about to get real. Raphael Saadiq's big break came in 1988 when he teamed up with his brother Dwayne Wiggins and cousin Timothy Christian Riley to form Toni. And oh, did they deliver. Hits like Feels Good, It Never Rains in Southern California, and Anniversary became the soundtrack of the early 90s, defining an era. But while the music was all smooth vibes, the drama behind the scenes was anything but. Let's not sugarcoat it. Toni might have been topping the charts, but behind the curtain, tensions were simmering. Raphael was butting heads with Dwayne and Timothy over the group's future. While Raphael wanted to branch out, experiment, and push boundaries as a solo artist, the others wanted to stick with the tried and true formula that made them successful. And what happens when one person wants to shake things up and the rest want to play it safe? You guessed it, things got messy fast. Yeah, I left because it was getting sloppy, and I told my brother, I said, well, you know what, I think we probably lost a lot of money, Raphael admitted in an interview. Raphael's perfectionism was at odds with Dwayne's more relaxed approach. Imagine your younger brother trying to call all the shots in the group you helped build. It's no surprise the vibe got tense. Creative clashes spilled into the studio, and before long, it wasn't just about music anymore. It was about money. Rumors swirled that Raphael wanted a bigger cut, which only made things worse. According to insiders, his decision to leave wasn't sudden. It was a storm brewing for a long time. Money, control, and family dynamics. It was the perfect recipe for a blowout. You know what I mean? Look, all this was created together with us in the whole bit, and then solo was the situation, Raphael later explained. By 1996, just as the group was reaching its peak, Raphael decided he was done. He officially went solo, leaving his brother, cousin, and fans in shock. Toni was never the same after his departure, and fans were left wondering what really went down. And let's be honest, when family's involved, the drama cuts even deeper. Financial woes. Raphael Saadiq might have been a genius in the studio, but when it came to handling finances, let's just say it was a different story. Even at the height of Toni as success, there were whispers about money mismanagement. The word on the street? Raphael had more control over the group's finances than Dwayne or Timothy, and that didn't exactly sit well with them. Can you imagine being in a band with your brother and cousin, only to discover that the money flow wasn't exactly equal? Awkward doesn't even begin to cover it. But it wasn't just an issue within the band. As Raphael's solo career gained momentum, more rumors started swirling, this time about unpaid royalties and financial disputes with collaborators. While Raphael managed to steer clear of public legal battles, the constant chatter about mishandled funds followed him like a shadow. For someone who crafted such timeless hits, it seemed like navigating the world of dollars and contracts wasn't quite as seamless, and it was much more complicated. Record label drama. If you thought the family drama was messy, buckle up, because Raphael's dealings with record labels were another level. After going solo, the labels were ready to milk the magic of Toni for all it was worth. But here's the catch. Raphael wasn't about to play their game. He had a clear vision for his music, blending genres, experimenting with sounds, and stepping out of the box. But the labels, they wanted cookie-cutter mainstream R&B, and Raphael, he was never about that life. What happens when an artist refuses to toe the line? Well, rumors started flying that Raphael was being blackballed by the industry. Insiders claimed his refusal to conform meant less promotion promotion, fewer opportunities, and an uphill battle to get his music heard. But let's be real, Raphael wasn't about to compromise his creative integrity just to move more units. Even though his solo albums were showered with critical acclaim, they didn't get the commercial love they deserved. In true Saadiq fashion, he didn't let it shake him. You hear people say different things, but it never bothered me, cause I didn't know I was doing anything different. Plus, I had a lot of people to learn from, Raphael said, proving that his focus remained on the art, not the politics. Even with the odds stacked against him, Raphael Saadiq kept marching to the beat of his own drum, and isn't that why we love him? Tragedy and personal loss. As if the chaos of the professional world wasn't enough, Raphael Saadiq's personal life was marked by profound tragedy. Over the years, he faced devastating losses, several siblings taken by violence and drug addiction. He was an addict, you know. People looked down on addicts. He was sort of the black sheep of the family. He was looked at like nothing to a lot of people, Raphael said, reflecting on his brother Jimmy, one of the most significant figures in his life. So why did Raphael choose to honor Jimmy in his music? He was everything to me. Jimmy was everything to me. The heartbreak doesn't stop there. Two of Raphael's brothers lost their lives to drug overdoses. Another was murdered, and his sister tragically took her own life. And if that wasn't enough, he also endured the loss of a nephew. My brother Alvy was murdered by my sister's boyfriend when I was 7. Then my sister was in a car accident, and I just always kept progressing and moving forward. I have them tattooed on my arm. All 4 of them have been on my arm for over 20 plus years, Raphael revealed, highlighting the indelible impact these losses had on him. For someone whose music radiates soul and life, the weight of these personal tragedies was a constant shadow. Raphael has occasionally opened up about how these moments shape both his career and his perspective, but he's kept much of the pain private. Still, you can feel it in his music, the depth, the vulnerability, the resilience. It's like every note, every lyric carries a piece of the pain he's endured and the strength it took to keep moving forward. Raphael Saadiq's story isn't just about hits and headlines, it's about survival and channeling loss into something truly beautiful. Rumors about his personal life. Raphael Saadiq has always kept his personal life low-key, but that hasn't stopped the rumor mill from spinning at full speed. Over the years, his relationships have been a hot topic. Saadiq has been romantically linked to several women in the entertainment world, including Joss Stone and Lisa Porter, though none of these relationships ever evolved into anything long-term. When asked about marriage, Saadiq playfully dodged the topic, saying, "For me, I didn't get married yet. I'm not married yet." What? Yeah, but maybe I will. He even joked about his love life, comparing it to cooking for others. It's like when you cook your own food. Everybody ends up eating it, and you never get a chance to eat because you're too busy cooking for everybody else. That's probably it. But not all the headlines have been lighthearted. Saadiq faced a serious accusation of sexual misconduct from one of his former artists. In an interview, she claimed, "He asked me and my sisters to come out and hang out and see the last show, so we all went. The girls were hanging out with the guys or whatever. I was back at the room. All of the rooms were in his name, so I guess he had keys. He basically came in the room and, you know, just tried to take advantage of me. I was very, just as aggressive as him, trying to keep him off of me." Saadiq has never publicly addressed these allegations, leaving fans and critics alike wondering about the truth behind the claims. On top of that, there have been quiet whispers of substance abuse issues surrounding Saadiq. Though he's never openly acknowledged battling addiction, insiders suggest the devastating loss of so many family members to drugs may have had a ripple effect on his own life. For someone who's kept so much of his world behind the curtain, these glimpses into his personal struggles add a complex layer to his legacy. Whether he's battling rumors or creating timeless hits, Raphael Saadiq's story remains as compelling as his music. So where are they now? Now let's fast forward to today. Raphael Saadiq might have had a roller coaster of a career, but he's still out here doing big things. In recent years, Saadiq has continued to make significant contributions to the music industry. At 58 years old, Saadiq is more than just an R&B legend. He's a behind-the-scenes powerhouse. He served as the executive music producer for Marvel's animated series Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, crafting a soundscape that reflects the vibrant culture of New York City, and he's been producing for some of the biggest names in the business, including John Legend, Solange, and Adele. His work on Solange's A Seat at the Table was straight fire. It reminded everyone that Raphael isn't just an artist, he's a musical genius who can do it all. I work with Solange. She's really cool. We can hang out, talk, maybe talk for an hour or two, and then start coming up with an idea. Additionally, he collaborated with Beyonce on her albums Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. supporter, further cementing his status as a versatile and influential figure in contemporary music. As of 2024, Saadiq's net worth varies, with figures ranging from $4 million to $16 million. This wealth is attributed to his successful career as a performer, producer, and songwriter, and not bad for someone who's faced family drama, industry pushback, and financial woes, huh? Despite his public career, Saadiq maintains a private personal life. As of 2024, he is single and has no children. These days, Raphael is still focused on making music, producing, and mentoring the next generation of artists. In 2023, Saadiq reunited with Toni for the Just Me and You tour, marking their first tour together in over 25 years. The reunion was well received, and the group announced plans for a new album, much to the delight of their fans. Throughout his career, Saadiq has faced personal tragedies, including the loss of several siblings to violence and drug addiction. These experiences have profoundly influenced his music and personal outlook, adding depth and authenticity to his artistry. In summary, Raphael Saadiq's enduring impact on the music industry is marked by his innovative contributions, resilience in the face of personal adversity, and dedication to his craft. His work continues to inspire and influence both peers and emerging artists across various musical genres, and it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.